Assalamualaikum. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Zaz World. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do subscribe and press the bell icon for notifications. So today we're going to make authentic Hyderabadi mutton dum biryani. This was a highly requested recipe and it's finally here. So without any further delay, let's have a look at our ingredients. 1 kg India Gate basmati rice, 1 kg mutton, 4 medium sized onions thinly sliced, ginger garlic paste, salt, turmeric powder, juice of 2 big lemons, chili powder, curd, some mint leaves, some coriander leaves, 10 medium sized green chilies, cinnamon stick, shazira which is also called as caraway seeds, 5 cloves and 7 cardamom pods. Pineapple puree, because pineapple has an enzyme called bromelain which helps in tenderizing the meat, and also pineapple adds a great flavor to your biryani. That's why we're using this. You can also skip this, it's optional. Take a big and open vessel in which you're planning to make your biryani and add in your mutton and 3 teaspoons of pineapple puree and mix it really well. Next, add 3 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste and mix it really well. We add coriander leaves in our ginger garlic paste, that's why it's green in color. Next, add 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder and mix it really well. Next, add salt and mix it really well. I've added about 1 tablespoon of salt. You can adjust it as per your taste. Add red chili powder. Here I've added about 2 tablespoons. You can increase or decrease the quantity as per your taste. Grind your dry spices, the cloves, cardamom, cinnamon and the shazira, that is the caraway seeds, and mix it really well. Next we're going to add the fried onions. Save some for layering and add the remaining. Make sure you don't burn them. They should be golden brown and crispy. The perfectly crisped onions will sound like this. Just crush them in your palm and add it all over the mutton and mix it really well. Next I'm going to add the curd. Here I'm adding about 200 grams of curd, and make sure you're generous while adding curd because you're not going to add any tomatoes in this biryani which will hold the base of the gravy. So this only way of holding the base of gravy and binding the masalas together is curd, so make sure you're generous with that. And lemon juice. You have to add a lot of lemon juice to get that sourness instead of tomatoes. Grind all your green chilies along with a few coriander leaves and mint leaves and make it into a thick paste and add this into the mutton and mix it really well. Next I'm going to add 2 ladle spoons full of oil in which I had fried the onions. This is about 200 grams and the total amount of oil that goes in 1 kg of biryani is 250 grams. So 50 grams I'm going to add on top of the rice. So make sure you're generous while adding this because this is the only oil that goes in while cooking. You're not going to add it separately. Lastly, add some mint leaves and coriander leaves and let it rest for 1 hour. You have to give at least half an hour if you don't have time for resting, otherwise the masalas won't infuse in the mutton. Take a vessel, add in some water for boiling the rice and make sure you do this in 1:3 ratio. For example, if you're using 1 cup of rice, you're supposed to add 3 cups of water. Similarly, if you're adding 5 cups of rice, you're supposed to add 15 cups of water. So depending on the quantity of your rice, you have to add water and make sure it's always in 1:3 ratio. Next, I'm adding about 2 tablespoons full of salt because your water is supposed to be salty. So if it's not salty, just increase the quantity of salt. Next, add the dry spices. I've added 2 cloves, a cinnamon stick, 1 cardamom, 1 bay leaf, 2 slit green chilies, 1 teaspoon of shazira or caraway seeds, and at this point you can also add star anise, but I don't like the flavor, so I'm not gonna add. And juice of 1 lime. Here I've added the seeds by mistake. I'm gonna remove it later. Add 2 teaspoons of oil just to make sure that the rice grains don't stick to each other, and let it come to a boil. Once the water starts boiling, stir the water and add some coriander leaves and mint leaves, and immediately add the rice. If you add this before boiling, then your water is gonna turn green. That's why I'm adding it at the end. Next, I'm going to add the rice in boiling water, and make sure you cook it only up to 50% because this will be cooking along with the mutton as well. So make sure you don't overcook it. Once the rice is 50% cooked, switch off the flame and keep the marinated mutton on low flame and start layering the rice on top of it. After layering the rice, take a large cup of water in which you had boiled the rice and add it in your biryani. Next, I'm going to add the remaining 50 grams of oil on top of it now. And if you're confused about the quantities, just make sure you measure 250 grams of oil for 1 kg of biryani before frying the onions. That way you'll fry the onions in the same oil, and after frying the onions, use 70% of the oil in marination and 30% of the oil on top of the biryani. After that, add some saffron milk. I'm adding 2 teaspoons of ghee just to get a nice flavor. If you want, you can skip this. This is optional because I like the flavor. I'm doing this. Next, add a few holes in the biryani just to make sure that the steam is released evenly. Finally, garnish it with the remaining fried onions, coriander leaves and mint leaves. Close the lid and cook it on high flame for 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes reduce the flame and keep a heavy tawa like this, and after that keep the vessel and make sure you seal the vessel properly. I have used aluminium foil here. You can also use dough or a cloth on top of the lid. Just to make sure that there's no release of steam, and keep a heavy pot like this. I've used the pot in which I had strained the rice, so you can use any heavy object. After cooking it on low flame for 20 minutes, let it rest for another 15 or 20 minutes and then open the lid to check on the biryani. So now let's open and check, and mashallah, it looks so beautiful and delicious. Let's dish it out. When you're dishing it out, make sure you do it from one side itself and don't go in and mix everything, otherwise your meat is gonna break and masala is not gonna spread evenly. And let me show you how tenderly the meat is cooked. Just 20 minutes and it's so tender and nice. So that's it guys, our yummy Hyderabadi mutton dum biryani is now ready. This is my grandmother's recipe. If you enjoyed watching this video, please do like, share and subscribe, and comment down what you'd like to see next. And if you do try this recipe at home, then tag us on Instagram. The link is in the description below. I enjoyed my biryani with this yummy raita. Do let us know with what you enjoy your biryani. Until then, stay safe guys. Thank you. Bye bye.